Are you a student or a working professional who is looking for a great career in software development? Then you have to think about the aspects like what is the trending technologies in the industry and the kinds of questions being asked in an interview, or how to improve your CodeChef ranking. If you are like this, then this Unacademy subscription of career as a software developer is definitely for you. Our hosts are working with some of the top companies like Google and Amazon. They will walk you through their own industry experience and interact with a lot of guests like HR and industry leaders of top companies where they will ask questions raised by you. We will be covering a lot of content that will benefit your career. Like in live episodes, you get an opportunity to ask tech HRs about top 20 interview questions and industry leaders directly about the recruitment process in startups or MNCs. Guys, even you get your resume and your projects improved by getting them reviewed by the expert SDEs. You can learn about cloud computing, blockchain, top interview questions, and get placement tips and hacks under this career as a software developer subscription of Unacademy. In this show, the host would cover weekly updates about jobs. He will tell you the roles and responsibilities for that job update, how to apply for those jobs, and what all are the skills required to apply for these jobs. If you are an undergraduate student who are looking for internships and full-time opportunities in various companies for tech role, then this show is definitely for you. Now, what is it that you will not find on YouTube? It is a weekly show where users would be explained about various internships, full-time job opportunities across product-based companies as well as service-based companies, along with a live demo on how to apply and customize resume for the specific roles in 1 hour. If you want to know more, the link is in the description box. Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the Wipro interview experience. This interview happened recently only on 20th September 2021. And guys, this is the 5th Wipro interview experience that I am covering on my channel. The previous 4 videos have already been uploaded on my channel, and you can find all those videos under this Wipro interview experience playlist. I will give the link of this playlist in the I button and in the description box. Make sure to visit this playlist and watch all the videos under this so that you can get to know that what type of questions are getting asked and how you have to prepare for your interview. Guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe it as well as join my Telegram groups also. All the links of the Telegram groups are given in the description box. Make sure to join them all because I post regular updates on different companies which are hiring as well as the questions which are getting asked in them. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so guys, the date of the interview was 20th September 2021. The branch is ECE. The duration of the interview was 40 minutes. Okay, so the first question that was asked from him was what language you are comfortable with. So he said Java. You can say Python, C++, anything based on your skills. So he said Java. Now next question was rate yourself out of 10. So he rated himself 7. Guys, make sure that you do not rate yourself very high in a particular language, because then the questions that will be asked from the interview will increase, and if you will not be able to give the correct answer, it will give a very bad impression to the interviewer. So make sure to rate yourself averagely in the interview. Okay, now next question was what is an API. So first of all, API stands for application programming interface, and API allows us to communicate between two applications. So like we are using a weather application in our smartphone, but we are not, in reality we are not using an application, but we are using the API. So API allows us to communicate between two applications at a particular time. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Okay, next is how to connect to database in Java. So guys, it's a very complex procedure to connect database in Java. We use JDBC, and I will give the link of this particular article in the description box. In this article, step-by-step connection to the database has been explained in Java. So make sure to visit this article. The link I will give in the description box. Okay, next is what is JVM. So guys, JVM, if we are studying Java, so this is the common question that can be asked in an interview. See, first of all, JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. Now, it's a machine which provides the runtime environment in which Java bytecode can be executed. So it is the final step. We all know that Java is an independent language, platform independent language. It is because of JVM only, because the bytecode that has been converted after compilation, then JVM runs that bytecode, and JVM is dependent on machine. So I hope this thing is clear to you, right? What is JVM? So JVM is dependent, whereas Java is not dependent. So JVM helps in executing the bytecode. Okay, so I hope this question is clear to you. Okay, next is how to get a data frame from list. So this is the Python question, and this is the only Python question that has been asked in this interview. And guys, one more thing, if you want to know the important Java questions that can be asked in an interview, or important Python questions that can be asked in an interview, I will give the link of that playlist in the description box, in which I have discussed the important subjects that are very important for the interview, as well as the questions that can be asked from that subjects in the interview. So I will give the link of that playlist in the I button. Make sure to check that playlist also. Okay, so how to get a data frame from list. So guys, here is a piece of code for you. You can simply take a screenshot of it. We all know that in a data frame are present in the pandas library of Python, and this is the list, and we will be simply using the inbuilt function that is data frame, and we will be converting our list into data frame. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Next is what is the difference between call by value and call by reference. So guys, if you are following my previous videos, you can see that in every third or fourth video this question is occurring, that what is the difference between call by value and call by reference. So first of all, call by value. See, whenever while calling a function we pass values of variable to it, such functions are known as call by value. See, we have declared a function, now we are calling that function. So while calling that function, if we pass the values of variables, then it is known as call by value. But in call by reference, instead of values what we pass the address of that variable. So while calling a function, when we pass the address of the variable, then it is known as call by reference. Now in this method, in the call by value, the value of each variable in calling function is copied into the corresponding dummy variable of the called function. What it means, see, whenever we call a function and we pass the value of that value of a variable in that function, now whenever we are inside the function that we have called, then any changes to that variable will not reflect the changes in the main function. But in call by reference, since we are passing the address, so any change in the calling function, that makes changes in that variable will cause the changes in the main function also in call by reference, because the changes are happening at address in call by reference methodology, whereas in call by value the changes are happening in the value. So I hope these two things are clear to you. Next question is, what is an abstract class in Java? So guys, in basically the abstract class in Java is the class in which there are some functions, there are some abstract functions, whereas and there are some non-abstract functions. Now what are abstract functions? While declaring class, we declare multiple functions, but for some functions we are not able to declare the body of that function, that what that function will do. So that particular function is known as abstract function, and if there are one or more abstract functions which are present in a class, then that class is known as abstract class. And we can also denote abstract class by the keyword abstract in Java. Now this was the basic definition, but if you want to learn more about that abstract class, I will give the link in the description box for this article. Okay, next is, what are compound statements? So by name itself it is clear that whenever we try to run two or more statements at a particular time, these statements are known as compound statements. These are generally like we use in if statements, like if, let's suppose A, or we say if B. So these you can say these are compound statements. So whenever we run 2 to 3 statements at a particular time, then it is known as a compound statement. So I hope now the definition of compound statements are clear to you. Okay, next question is, tell me about your best PowerPoint presentation you have ever given. So guys, almost every person has been asked to tell about your project, but in this interview there was a slight change. They asked what is the best PowerPoint presentation you have all given. So guys, if you have made any project, if you have done any college project, then also you have made the PowerPoint presentation of that project, so you can simply explain in the end, you can simply explain about your project only. And guys, I have made a dedicated video on my channel in which I have discussed that how you have to explain your project to the interviewer step by step, what all things you have to cover and what all things you have to say to the interviewer. Within sample example I have explained everything. I will give the link of that video also in the I button. Make sure to visit that video. So if you are asked any PowerPoint presentation, you can simply say that my PowerPoint presentation was based on the project, and then you can start explaining about your project. So I hope this question is clear to you. Next were 2 to 3 extra questions were asked, like any backlog. Again, it is dependent on you. Please do not lie that you do not have any backlog, because in the end they will check, and if you does not meet the criteria, they will reject you. So please do not lie in such questions. Any backlogs? And next is, are you willing to sign service agreement? So guys, if you have to take job in Wipro, then you will have to sign a service agreement. There is no choice. They are just asking you, please say yes if you want a job in Wipro. Please do not say no to this answer. Next is, are you willing to relocate? So again, you should say yes in this particular thing, because in the end it is dependent on project only, that where you will go or you will stay in your own city. So please say yes in this particular interview. So I hope all the questions were clear to you, and these questions will help you in preparing for your interview. So guys, this was it for this video. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button, please subscribe this channel, and guys, share this video among your friends so that they can also get to know the type of the questions which are getting asked in such interviews. Thank you for watching this video.